The sales strategy written in your soul. Most female entrepreneurs are taught that sales is something they have to learn, that it's a set of steps, it's a formula, it's a funnel, it's a process that lives outside of you. But the truth is really your sales strategy was written into you long before anyone ever actually handed you a script. It's the way you naturally move, the way you connect, the way you offer your gifts to the world without even trying. And for me, that is really the foundation of how you're meant to sell. And we've just had our life-changing, truly revolutionary 2-day event, Find Your Soul Sales Strategy. And the feedback has been out of this world. And I want to share something because if I reflect back on my sales journey, I really thought like, okay, it's like, I don't know anything about sales. I don't know how to do it. The first time I kind of sold my own offers, it felt a little bit weird. I'm like, really? Like this? I just say like, this is my offer, this surprise, someone's gonna buy. I don't know, it was this like, there were so many things that were new. So I told myself I wouldn't know how to sell. Because, right, in school, like, if no one teaches you, right, it's like always this like, oh, if I don't teach you, then you don't know. So as I'm like, every knowledge would have to come from the outside world instead of like, hey, yes, for many things it's true, but also I have my own soul. I have my own intuition. I'm like downloading information. I have internal wisdom. Like, otherwise, how would I constantly revolutionizing my work, the space, the conversations we're having? It's not coming from an external force. In a way, it's like written in a book, someone's teaching me. It's like contemplations I'm having, questions I'm asking. It's coming from inside of me. I find this so important. And I remember the first time I sold, no one purchased. And it had to be because I was wobbly in my energy. I've doubted myself. I didn't know if this is going to work or not. Like, what should I say? And like, so many people tell you, like, you have to ask the questions in this order. Do this, do that, like all the do's and don'ts. And like, there's this perfect sales conversation and this wrong sales conversation. And you should use a script and you should say exactly what's on the script. And I've attended those sales trainings. I think there were 2 or 3 days and they were talking about all those different methodologies and tactics, like how to create sales. And I was sitting there and I remember this like it was yesterday. It was like 6 years ago, but I was sitting there and literally, guys, I almost started crying. Like, I'm like, this is for me the hardest till yesterday. If I have to learn something by heart and repeat, right? Like already in school, like when you had to learn a poem, I'm like, those things were the hardest for me. If it's like freestyle, if I can speak from my heart and soul, I'm like, whatever, I'm in it, got it. We're going to do this. So there was at the sales training, literally you get this massive like script of things you should say, like techniques. And I'm like, I'm not like almost as I cry. I'm like, I'm not gonna sell anything. Like I'm having such a hard time to remember this. And I'm like, how in the world, like just sitting there and like, I didn't know anything about manifestation, energetics, like how to ask to the creator for guidance. But basically the prayer I sent out in that moment was like, Lord, there has to be a different way to sell because you didn't put a business on my mind, heart and soul in not providing me with the resources of selling. There has to be a different way. Little did I know that this would open up a whole new level of soul sales strategy, which I've been downloading more and more and more and more and more and more and more. And eventually I've just decided, you know what? I am just the world's best salesperson that's out there. No one sells as amazingly as I do. No one is as great as I am. And I just sell my own way. And this is exactly the attitude I have till today. This is the attitude that allowed me to bring in $1 million in sales in my first 12 months. Just sometimes when I forget for a little bit who I am, why I'm on this planet, and what my mission is, and maybe there creeps in a little bit of doubt or fear, I find myself going back to those masculine sales strategies of like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, all the strategies I should be implementing, but I don't. And realizing it's coming from that the point where I'm like, I haven't trusted myself completely that I'm here to bring completely new concepts about sales and money to the world. And that means the conversations we're having about money, about big money and sales, no one else is having. They're new to the world. And I'm just a human being like everybody else. And you know this, when you birth something new to the world, like a new concept in a business world, and it just feels like naked and you're looking around, you start kind of comparing yourself. And for me, it's like I'm realizing I'm like, oh, I have nothing in place I should be having in place according to the Instagram business coach gurus, right? So when I find people online in my industry that are making more money, there was a phase where I would always compare myself to this person, and I'm seeing strategically they do something different than I do. Maybe I should do this as well, so it will lead to more sales. However, coming back to the assumption that I don't believe that business strategy is required for big financial wealth and results. It just doesn't come easy to me. It's something I can look at, I can learn, I'm good at it, but it doesn't come easy to me. I feel it's not required. Like till today, I'm always asking myself, why is my heart and my soul so wild as I'm like, I want to sell like this. These are the price points I want to have. These offers, like, do I really have to be able to put myself in a business box? And don't misunderstand me. For instance, the other day I had a conversation with a team member of mine and I said, like, see this whole funnel game of you should have low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket. I'm like, I understand, it makes sense, it's scalable. Like, I see it all from a logical perspective. But to be honest, I'm just not interested in offering any mid-ticket program. It's like something I don't believe in. It's this Netflix style coaching. Hasn't changed anything. Like I don't know people that say, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've watched 10,000 of hours of coaching. I had the most like breakthroughs. It's like I hear people from like entry-level products, like listening to a podcast, books, like a masterclass, like mini trainings, having breakthroughs. And then I see a transformation, right? Like those little offers, it's where it's just a transaction, right? You pay a little bit, you get something. It's like a short transaction of energy, but no massive change. And I've always asked myself, why am I here? I'm like, this work I'm doing is so potent, it's so powerful. I'm not here for the transactional part. I'm here because I want to see you having a massive transformation. And a transformation is something that takes over time, and a transformation is something that happens truly with personal interaction. And I posted the other day, I'm like actually happy to change my time for money because I see a one-on-one session with me, one-on-one coaching with me transforms your life and your business for the rest of your life. And for me, in order that you receive this outcome, I'm happy to change my one-on-one time. Doesn't mean that I'm doing this 24/7, but I'm having those spaces. And it's really for me coming back to my essence, what I believe in. I believe in tasters, entry-level offers like, hey, let's get to know each other. Like, who are you? Who am I? Let's see if we want. And then I only have high ticket. Because after a transaction, you have to decide if you're willing to go into a true transformation or if you just want to stay in the short-term, quick fix transactional mode, which is fine, but I'm not your coach. So I don't want to create spaces I don't personally even believe in. And that's why I've really decided this is how the rich and happy world operates, right? What is it that I believe in that changes humanity the most, that changes you the most, that has the biggest impact on your life? And I'm so happy I'm recording this so honestly in the beginning of June, because June 2025, because maybe there's going to be a point in time where I'm like, wow, I'm at a new level of consciousness and I see this completely different right now. But just from my experience, when people pay, they pay attention. That's why my coaching has no dumping ticket prices. Like, I'd rather not have you in my world than offer something for a couple bucks. Just so I can say, I'm like, oh yeah, you were here, like you've bought something. It's not what I believe in. I rather want you to wait till you're more confident and say, I'm like, oh yeah, it's something I truly, truly, truly desire to change. And I'm ready to start with a transaction just to kind of get to know the vibe, right? It's like you're meeting someone and you go on a date. it's first transactional, like getting to know each other. But there comes a point where it changes into a transformation, into a relationship, into a marriage. And now for me, this whole funnel offer game was always played as I'm like, I'm here, let's get to know each other. And then like this mid-size offer felt like, let's date forever. But personally, I wouldn't even be interested in dating someone forever. It's like we date, we make a decision, yes or no, and we move on. And this is exactly how I've created the rich and happy world. And I want you to contemplate this for yourself. How are you in the dating world? And then translate this to your offers. What is it that you value? What is it that you don't value? Because those kind of things were put on your heart and soul. Those are part of your uniqueness. These are the aspects we will look and do some really deep research in order to identify your own soul's strategy. Having weird lighting now, like enlightened. My heart is enlightened. My face not yet, but the sun will soon change. I hope this makes sense for you. Activate your mind to think differently. I love you. You've got this. As always, if you haven't signed up for Find Your Soul Sales Strategy, I know your body tickled. I trust that you move. As always, the link is below this video. I love you. I see you next week. Maybe fully enlightened then with my face and my body.